I don't know how you've been feeling lately, but I felt the urge to want to hit that refresh button in life because I feel that a lot of the goals that I set in the beginning of the year are no longer relevant in my life. It's crazy for me to realize that we've been at home for 3 months or longer, not being able to see our parents, our friends, or being able to travel like we used to do. I personally had a lot of goals for this year that I thought I was going to crush and get them because last year was such a good year for me and I thought that I was just going to keep moving forward. But life proved to not be that way. As always, life cannot be easy. So it had to throw in a curveball, Corona, and make us all really question our goals. Because of that, I want to share with you today the steps that I take to hit that refresh button and be able to start a fresh new slate. Hi, I'm Sonia Matos. Welcome back to my channel where I focus on helping you build back your confidence and improve your self-development to achieve the life that you deserve.
So let's start with our quote of the day by Carl Bard. He says, "Although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending."
Carl brings a good point about life because we're never able to really restart it like we would with a computer when it's acting slow or when it's just acting up in general. In order to restart, we would technically have to be reborn again, and as far as I know, that's not possible. What we can do is put a pause on the current path that we have been taking in our lives because this path hasn't been that good to us and it's probably no longer helping us grow. So put a pause on that path and take another route in order to create a brand new start. With that said, step number 1 for restarting your life is be grateful for the little things that you have in life. By taking into consideration all the little things that you have, you'll realize that you're probably richer than most people. A lot of us live life always wanting more, always thinking that we don't have enough, including me. And this is a constant struggle because it makes us feel less happy sometimes. The more you grow in life, the more you tend to forget about your past and you don't realize how grateful you were about that thing way back when you didn't have it. Luckily, I have my parents to keep me humble every time I talk to them. They're always emphasizing how grateful we have to be for everything we have in life, and I'm truly thankful for that. A lot of people don't have the basic stuff that a human needs to live properly. They don't have clean water, they don't have a home, they don't have clean clothing, they probably don't have transportation or access to education. When I remember all these things that people today don't have, it makes me feel even more grateful for everything that I have, and it makes me want to cherish it more because while I may have it today, I could lose it tomorrow. Nothing in life is permanent. You have to continue working on yourself in every aspect of your life in order to continue improving. You can do this by keeping a gratitude journal. As I've mentioned in previous videos, it's very good for you to just write it down because a lot of us maybe have the idea of being grateful for the little things, but if you don't write it down, you're probably gonna forget in 10 minutes from now because you'll be doing something else. So if you set time either in the morning or at night and just choose a journal or paper wherever you may like to keep the record and write it down maybe for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just say the things that you're grateful for. You'll start building the habit of observing everything around you and having a better attitude about it. Step number 2 is start with what you can right now. Don't try to plan things too meticulously because a lot of us spend too much time trying to do research and reading and listening to stuff, and then we end up not doing what it is that we said we were gonna do. I've been a victim myself. I love to do research sometimes about things and I watch videos all day long for a week or two, and then I end up forgetting why I wanted to do that goal, or I just end up not doing it at all. And this is not healthy. So if you really want to create a new path in your life, you have to just start right now. When you start doing one action, it'll motivate you to do another action and another action. So it'll build that habit within you. Therefore, pick up a few things that you really can change right now. For example, for me, it's personal care. I've let go of myself a little too much during this quarantine, and I feel like it's definitely starting to get to how I feel about the day. To be honest, I've been wearing my PJs almost every day, and not having that division of wearing something for the day and then wearing something different for the night has caused my mind to kind of think that it's all one big loop, that there is no phases of my day, and sometimes I feel like doing nothing because of it, because I just feel like a blob. So one of the first things I'm going to start doing is changing for the day. Even though it's very little, it's going to help me on getting back into the habit of doing something and being more productive, which I definitely want to be. I'm also going to start brushing my hair more, because when I see myself put together, I'm able to get motivated about the day. If you feel motivated right now, pause this video and go do the thing that you want to change right now, and then let me know below what it was. Step number 3 is seek advice from those who have already done what you want. A lot of times we think that we have to do everything ourselves, or that we have to start something from scratch, it has to be brand new. But unless you're an innovator and you're actually creating something brand new in the market, you don't really have to start from scratch. There's usually someone else or a lot of people that have already done the goal that you wanted to achieve. Whether you know them or not, you can easily find access thanks to the internet. You can go to LinkedIn or Facebook, or even just talk to your colleagues or your friends. Start telling people what you need help with, and eventually they'll start connecting you with other people that have already done it. Once you meet the expert, you can interview them about every step that they took in order to get there. And by having a clear structure, it'll help you mentally to have an objective and to know exactly what you need to do to get there. By reaching out to experts, you're going to save yourself so much time. Time that you could spend doing something else or maybe achieving yet another goal. These people will be able to tell you their mistakes, exactly what they did and what may have caused that mistake, so that you don't have to go through it. Also, they may have other contacts which will increase your network, and it will increase the quality of all the content that you get from them. For example, back when I didn't know what career I wanted to pursue in New York City, I reached out to my roommate at that point because I could see that she was pretty successful in the city and she must have known how to get there. When I told her I needed help in figuring out what I really wanted to do in my life and that I was interested to getting to know people at different roles, she was nice enough to put me in contact with some of her friends that were in top positions at some of the roles that I was considering. Then I reached out to them and then took them to coffee shops to maybe pick their brains for 30 minutes. After these interviews, I actually ended up realizing that I did not want to be in finance, but I was still grateful for having met these people, because if I hadn't met them, I probably would have continued researching about that role, who knows if for weeks or months, and just to realize the same outcome. So they saved me so much time from that, and then I was able to switch my gears and focus on the next thing. Tip number 4 is be honest with yourself. I think a lot of us are struggling to realize that life won't be able to go back into what it was before. Corona has disrupted the world forever, and it's something that took me a lot of time to really come into acceptance. But once I've accepted it, it's helped me clear my mind about the many wishes that I had about the past. For better or worse, Corona has pushed everyone to embrace technology. People are conducting their businesses differently, workers are doing their job differently, and even the way you're handling your relationships with your friends is different now because we're having to do Zoom calls or WhatsApp. Honesty will give you the freedom to be able to move past any resentment that you may have about not being able to achieve any goal that you had set in yourself for this year or any other idea that you had for this year. Honesty will give you perspective, and it will give you the motivation that you need to be able to move forward with your life. Now that you know how to create a new path in your life, go ahead and create it. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share this content if you find it helpful, and leave a comment below and let me know how I was able to help you today.